Hello everybody and welcome back into Ball Arena from Denver, Colorado. It's the Colorado Avalanche and the Toronto Maple Leafs here tonight from Colorado. Both teams going in retro-like uniforms. The Avalanche coming out with the Nordique uniforms. The Leafs going in their new retro uniforms as the opening draw is underway. And the preseason is officially underway. The actual season starting tomorrow night for every team. So technically a back-to-back as all the other teams are also getting a look in tonight. Yeah, all teams are getting a little bit of a look at each other. Just one game, but that should be more than enough to show them what's to come this season. As here's McKinnon breaking in, Lehkonen going to the net. There's a chance, centering it out front. A good save made by Wall. Wall in net for Toronto tonight as he looks to start the season sharp against the Red Wings tomorrow night. Robertson in front. Matthews has it alone, didn't shoot it though, and it goes behind the net. Avalanche pick it up, it's Taves. Here's Taves, he'll bring it up the right side and feed it over to Makar. Now through the middle and on the left for Rantanen. Back, that's turned over to Robertson, and knocking at it, here's Austin Matthews, in alone! And he is stopped. A good save made there, and turnover, McMahon has it. Bobby McMahon battling for it down low. Picked up by the Avalanche, they're just trying to get out of their zone as the Leafs get the first good chance of the night. I suppose the Avs had one as well, and Wall fought it off against the left post. Here's Colton moving in. Drops. O'Connor! Stopped by Wall. The rebound doesn't go. Picked up by the Avalanche. They'll go right back to the net. And that's stopped by Wall. Picked up now by the Leafs. It's Bobby McMahon. Up the left side. Halfway through the first. No score. Welcome into the first stream of 2026 if you're here with us. Thank you so much for joining. Here's Johansson. Moves in. Left wing. Winding. Firing. Saved by Wall. He fought that off. It goes back into the left corner. Leafs have been on their heels a little bit here the last few moments. As here's Nylander up the right side. William Nylander steps in and shoots. That one stopped and it slid wide on Lawton. Pass in front and a good save made. And the goaltenders having a duel early here in the preseason. Parise fires right on. Stopped by Wall. Rebound. Fed in front. And that was played down. It's picked up by the Leafs. Here it's dropped off for Lawton. He's taken down. Penalty coming to Colorado. And they will touch up here with 5:12 to go in a scoreless first period. Toronto to the first power play as Ryan Johansson heads off. Great chances for the Avalanche all period long. They have dominated play after that Matthews chance. He was in tight, but it rolled off his stick. Nonetheless, a good save made, and the Leafs will go to the power play. Face off one, Domi centers, Wadden in front! Oh, a good save there on the tap in front of the net. And it's sent back to the point. Riley couldn't hold the line. Offside against Toronto. 4:54 to go in the first period. A goaltending battle here to start the preseason. The Leafs will not play any of the other divisions in the actual season. It's a short 20-game season for all teams playing. Byram shorthanded, stopped by Wall. And it's picked up by Domi. So the Maple Leafs will only play teams in their division, and they start with Detroit tomorrow night in Detroit. Byram clears. That doesn't clear. Nyes kicks that back to Riley, and it's picked up and sent down the ice by the Avalanche. Supporting the Nordique uniforms here tonight against Toronto. In an all-Canadian type matchup as here's Yarncroke. He'll center it to Lawton, and he's in! And he fired that wide. Nyes with it. Down low. That just missed Yarncroke. And there's Cogliano to get it the rest of the way down. So the Leafs 0 for 1 on the power play, but can't say they didn't have chances to score. Nyes centers it off for Lawton. He'll feed that back into the Colorado zone. Sent around the far boards. Byram picks that up. Nyes was all over him. And now McKinnon looking at the official, no call. Avs have it back. The fans not liking that as Wall kicked it out. Here's Carlo. Drops it off. Nobody there but the Avalanche, and the Leafs got to be careful with it here. As here it's picked up by Morgan Riley. Sent up the boards for Matthew Nyes. Nyes stepping in, tried to feed that to the front. And that goes into the corner, and that'll end the first here tonight from Ball Arena. The Maple Leafs and the Avalanche scoreless through 20 tonight. Good chances for both teams in that opening period. The Avalanche dominated for a good while, but nonetheless, both teams got their looks, and no one could come through. Shot to goal after the first period, 7 for Colorado, 4 for Toronto, no score. Hits are 4-3 for the Maple Leafs. The faceoffs 2-1 Toronto. They're 0 for 1 on the power play. Colorado hasn't had one. 0-0. Second coming up. Welcome into period 2 here tonight from Ball Arena, the Maple Leafs and the Colorado Avalanche. The fans looking to burst at the seams at the first home goal of this preseason for Colorado. Nice. Here's Matthews. Up the right wing side, drops for Nyes. He'll shoot, save, rebound, bouncing, they score! It's Nick Robertson. And it's clean up in aisle 5 as the Leafs strike first here. And that's just hard work down low that pays off. Matthews put it to the net. Nyes was in range, but it's Robertson who gets the final touch as Georgiev was getting back up. And the Leafs strike first. Hard work down low by the Toronto Maple Leafs pays off here. Just a minute 13 into the second period. Exactly the way you want to start preseason if you're Toronto. Well, you're not going to go up against any of these teams unless you make the playoffs and they're in them. As here's Austin Matthews, and Matthews up the right side with the Leafs up 1-0. Matthews shooting, scores! Austin Matthews comes out of nowhere and snipes it by the blocker's side of Georgiev. And the Leafs go back-to-back for a 2-0 lead here in the second. 2 early goals here in the second period. Great energy for the Maple Leafs early in the second as the Avalanche have been back on their heels so far. And it's a bit of a surprise because this is one of the best home teams of the league, if not the best home team in the league from last year. Yes, it is a new season, so we don't know what to expect yet, but normally Colorado every year has been a threat at home. Lehkonen moves in, can't get the shot. Robertson peeled it off him and sends it ahead to Carlo. He'll feed it back into the Colorado zone. Nyes was chasing it down. It's picked up by the Avalanche, kept in by the Maple Leafs. Hard work. As here's Taves the other way. Up for Rantanen, centers, McKinnon. He has wheels, drops it for McCarr, poke to the point, Nyes has a break. Here's Matthew Nyes, in alone, scores! Oh, what a backhand finish for Matthew Nyes. And the Leafs have a 3-0 lead here in the second period. What a beautiful backhand by Matthew Nyes. He's going to outweight the left reach of Georgiev trying to get that pad across. He did, but Nyes sends it up and over, and it's 3-0 Toronto. What a way to start the preseason if you're the Maple Leafs. 3-0's a statement against the Colorado Avalanche, and we did not expect it to go this way. No, we expected this to be a lot tighter, and who knows, it could still end up that way, but so far it's been all Toronto. Colton O'Connor trying to get the shot. Carlo peeled that off, and here's Lawton. Leafs go the other way with it. Scotty Lawton centers that, and that was fed in front, but turned over to Wood. Here's Miles Wood, right side, looking, centering, stopped by Wall. Rebound, that wouldn't go. Joseph Wall kept it out. Here's McCarr. Colton right on, that's stopped by Wall. Leafs the other way, it's Brandon Carlos. We hit the halfway mark. He has McMahon going to the net. There's the shot at Test Georgiev, but he'll get it to the crest and hold on for a face-off as we've officially hit the halfway mark here tonight for Ball Arena in the preseason game between the Maple Leafs and the Colorado Avalanche. Here's the draw. Taken one back by Toronto. There's a shot by Ekman Larson handled, and McMahon was searching for the rebound, but it finds Drouin. Drouin with speed. In on Joseph Wall, and he fought that wide. Chip back to the point, it's Manson. In front, Parise shoots, stopped by Wall. Great work down low by the Avalanche, but it can't find its way in. Here's Bobby McMahon. Fed ahead for Scotty Lawton. And he looked at the official, but there was no penalty on the play. Looked like there was a hold. As here's Manson moving in. Domi touches the puck. Tavares for McCabe. 6 to go here in the second. Toronto 3, Colorado 0. Picked up by Girard. And the Leafs are going to get their first penalty of the preseason. Hooking to Calle Yarncroke. The Avs will see their first power play. Leafs went 0 for 1 on their first, but they were not short of chances, that's for sure. Let's see how Colorado does. Face off here, left side, drop back. McKinnon kicked out by Wall, and McCabe sends that off the boards and down immediately. It's picked up by the Avs again. Wah slowed him down, and that's going to be another one as the Leafs are going to get caught on back-to-back penalties here. Here's Rampton, and he scores! On the delayed call, it doesn't matter. The Avalanche get on the board. It's 3-1. Yeah, and this is on the delayed call, as you mentioned. It will be a power play goal, so no 5-on-3, but a brand new power play, and Colorado's in this game. So Colorado on the board. And who other than Mikko Rantanen? Here's the face-off, taken one back by Toronto. Ekman Larson will bring it ahead. Leafs shorthanded again. Lorentz fed it in front. That almost deflected in, shorthanded. Here's Robertson looking for a lane. Now shoots, and that goes high and over the net. Leafs give it away. It's Taves who picks it up. So Colorado 1 for 1 on the power play. Here they come again. Lehkonen shooting, stopped by Wall. Good save made. It's dropped to the point for Taves. Down low, that just missed the net. Robertson taking his man down, and the Leafs can't get the puck. Penalty coming. Taves, it's touched up. Interference against Nick Robertson. So the Avalanche now will go to a 5-on-3. Down 2 goals in this game, looking to make it interesting. Now that they're on the board, momentum has shifted. It's all Colorado and power plays with a chance to get right back in it. Here's the draw to the left side of the Maple Leaf net. One back by the Avalanche. Makar to Girard. Looks for the setup. One-timer stopped by Wall. In behind the net, the Leafs couldn't get it. Avs have it. Johansson. Here's McKinnon. He has wheels. Centers. They score! Power play goal. It's a 1-goal game. Samuel Girard on the 5-on-3. Well, the Maple Leafs have to stay out of the penalty box. So far, that's what preseason showing them, as they have not killed either penalty face so far. Avs 2 for 2 on the power play and still on the power play. Here's Colton with it. Colton looks ahead. Pass finds Makar. Here come the Avs again on the power play. Makar shooting. Stopped by Wally. Fought that, but they couldn't get it out. Picked up by the Avs again. A minute to go in the second. There's a big save made by Wall. It came right in front, and we believed the game would be tied, but Joseph Wall just gets back in the nick of time and keeps it out. His best stop tonight to keep it a 1-goal lead for Toronto. Drop back, here's Makar. He has Colton. Girard is shut down and tight. Has it again. Fires it right on. That's stopped by Wall. Bouncer in the paint. That just missed. And the Leafs clear. 30 seconds to go in the Colorado power play. They're 2 for 2 so far, trailing by 1. It was 3-0. Here's Colton. 2-on-1. He'll shoot it. Stopped by Wall. 7 seconds left on it. Here's a drop pass. Makar, Colton, Girard scores! It's a tie game! The Avalanche back from 3-0 here in the second. And it came just as the third power play expired. Samuel Girard had his second of the night, and we're tied. Well, if you're the Maple Leafs, you have to reflect on how this lead evaporated, and that's because they couldn't stay out of the penalty box. Yep, and even though that goal wasn't on the power play, it was because the Leafs didn't have the extra skater on the ice back in their zone yet. Here's Taves. Makar sent ahead to Colton. Here come the Avs again, looking to take the lead now. Down low, they'll center, and they score! They have taken the lead! Logan O'Connor! This has to do with the defense standing around. Joseph Wall does need to be against the right post, but it's the Leafs who leave the lane open to begin with, and he can't get over and make the save. So Colorado has their first lead of the afternoon. The Leafs have seen a 3-0 lead evaporate here in the second. Not good news for them as they now trail. Here's Taves, sent ahead to Wu, and he'll center it over. Here's O'Connor. Connor stopped! Down low, looking again, another shot that doesn't go, and that'll end the second. Colorado 4, Toronto 3, after 40 minutes. 7 goals in that second period. Shots on goal in the game are 26-9 Colorado. Hits are 7-6 Toronto. Face-offs 11-4 Avalanche. Power plays 2 for 3. Toronto 0 for 1. We head to the third. 4-3 Colorado in front. Welcome into period 3 here tonight from Ball Arena. The Leafs have work to do as they've seen a 3-0 lead disappear and now down by 1. Face-off taken, won by Matthews. He got the feed but turned it over to McKinnon, and here he comes with speed down the left side, looking for a shot, dropped it in front. Lehkonen didn't get the shot to the net. Austin Matthews turned back by Makar. Taves taking off the puck there. Matthews trip, penalty going to Colorado. As Austin Matthews taken down, the Leafs will go to their second power play tonight. The first one unsuccessful, but it had some good looks. Let's see if this one can come through to tie the game. Face-off will take place to the left side of the Colorado net. 17:51 to go here in the third period. Draw one back, Avs have it. Leafs need to win those face-offs. They're very important when you're on the power play to get O-zone time and set up. It's sent back into the Toronto zone. Riley to Matthews, gave that away. Short-handed, they score! Oh, no! It's Ryan Johansson on the Maple Leaf power play, and it's 5-3. Not good for the Toronto Maple Leafs to give up a shorthanded goal after already giving up 4 in a row. Make it 5 in a row now with that. And the Avs with a 2-goal lead here in the third period. Draw one, Domi sends that ahead to Wadden. He looks for Yarncroke, has the feed, he's in, and the backhand was stopped. Huge save. Rebound, that was fed in front, and Wagner's there to get it out and down. Morgan Riley will have to go back and get it. He has Domi with him. Max Domi, Toronto. The energy has evaporated out of their skates. They're looking to get something going here again. Here's Wadden, breaks, and the shot goes wide. Picked up by Manson, and he'll do the rest to get it down the ice as it gets over the head of Max Domi. 17 seconds left in the power play. Toronto giving up a shorthanded goal, and now a turnover, and that will do it for the power play. Not good. As here's Matthew Nyes. He'll bring it up the left side with speed. Nyes going to the net, centers. What a save by Georgiev on the pass across. It looked like a sure tap-in. Kept in by Toronto, now it comes back out. 14 to go. Here's Scott Wadden back inside, looking, dropping. That was given away, and here's Colton with it back. Sends that ahead to Wood. Here comes Wood down the right side with speed. Avalanche trying to get that to the net. They have it now. That's turned over to Wadden. Toronto back the other way. It's Wadden again. Scott Wadden circles back. He'll drop for Domi. Domi didn't take the shot, and if you're the Leafs, you need to take that shot. Here's Byram. Back the other way come the Avalanche. 10.5 to go. Here's a shot fought off by Wall. Picked up by Wadden. And Toronto has slowed down dramatically here in the third. They've been sitting back down by 2 now. Riley with a high riser, easily gobbled up by Georgiev for a faceoff. 9:20 to go. Not good signs from the Maple Leafs as they let a 3-0 lead slip away, and they're down by 2 and 9:20 to play. Draw one, picked up Makar. More than enough time, but they need to get something. Here's McMahon looking for a penalty, no call. It definitely looked like there was a hook in on the hands, and that prevented him from getting the shot. There was no penalty call. Rantanen down low, McKinnon, he's stopped by Wall. It goes in behind the net. Leafs back to collect. Morgan Riley. Here's Riley up the right side. Avalanche trying to catch him. Riley, backhand, stop, they score! And it's going to go to William Nylander. Hard work by the Maple Leafs. They break in on a broken play, and it's Nylander who cleans up the mess on the feed by Morgan Riley. And Toronto back within a goal. So 5-4 now here with 6:26 to go. More than enough time for the Maple Leafs, but they have to continue pressing. Draw one back, picked up by Ekman Larsson. He's had some good shots here today. Ekman Larsson circling, getting away, and now shooting it, and he just missed the far corner. That ramps up into the seating. 5:28 to go, 5-4, Colorado in front. Face-off coming to the left side of the Avalanche goal. Steven Lorentz will take the face-off, and it's the Avalanche who take it away. Another face-off win for them. That's been one of Toronto's struggles here tonight. Here's Waugh. He has it. He'll center it back. That was given away as he tried to find Lorentz with the feed. Rantanen with it again. And the Avs doing the best thing they can right now, and that's killing the clock. Here's Rantanen. Moves in with a shot. Blocked by McCabe. Got it back. And here's McCabe with it to Joshua. Kept in by the Avalanche. Toronto sloppy in their own end. Here's a drop pass. Taves taken back by the Leafs. It's Waugh. Under 2 to go. Waugh steps by. Breakaway. Scores! Nicholas Waugh ties it up at 5 apiece. Late here in the third period, he just outweighted Georgiev to the left post. And with 1:17 to go, never say never, it's 5-5. What a hockey game in this return. The first stream of 2026 has been nothing but exciting. Face-off back to center ice in a game that was 0-0 after 1. The floodgates opened in the second, and here in the third, it's been just as entertaining. Not as many goals, but enough to make this even more entertaining that we're tied again. Here's McMahon. He has it. The Leafs look ahead. The pass for Nyes. He has Austin Matthews with him. Nyes waits, drops. Matthews shoots. Scores! Austin Matthews! And he salutes the crowd here in Colorado as the Leafs go back in front here in the final minute, 6-5. What a release by the captain. This is an absolute snipe. You cannot give Austin Matthews this space in the dying seconds. I know it looks like it's headed for overtime, but the Avalanche get caught standing still. And Austin Matthews has all the time in the world to walk in and rip that by the glove side of Georgiev, and Toronto is in front. Gerard ahead to O'Connor. Empty net, Colorado now. Colton, they'll try to tie it. Stop, and they score! What is happening here today? Miles won. It's 6-6. If you're the Maple Leafs, this is insane. You worked so hard to tie it and then take the lead, and seconds after, the other team responds and ties the game again. Here's the pass for Austin Matthews, and he looks like he's going to the attack again as it fed in front. Matthews a backhand. Fought off. Avalanche give it away. 3 seconds. There's a shot that's blocked. And we are going to overtime. 6-6 here tonight from Ball Arena. It's the preseason, but you got your money's worth if you're here in this one tonight. And if you're tuning in, it's just as good. Shots on goal after 3, 31-18 for Colorado. It's 6-6. Hits are 16-9 Avalanche. The faceoffs 16-8 Colorado. Power plays 2 for 3. Toronto 0 for 2. We go to overtime. Welcome into overtime as the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Colorado Avalanche to cap off the preseason. Who gets the extra point tonight? Here's Nyes. He has help with him. It's Nylander. He has Matthews. What a save by Georgiev. Oh, talk about highway robbery. Avalanche come the other way. Nylander took that back. Here goes Toronto again. It's Nylander with Carlo. The drop pass. And that missed. Carlo back to get it. Brandon Carlo to Matthews. Down low. That one turned back, and now Nylander with it again. For Matthews. Matthews breaks by, shoots, fanned on it, rolls in front. That one just got away. Avalanche have it again. It's kept in by Toronto. Now it's the Avs in overtime. Breakaway to win it. Stopped by Wall. The other way. Matthews. Breakaway. He gave him the lead. Scores! Austin Matthews calls game. And the Leafs win it in overtime. 7-6 here tonight from Ball Arena in Colorado. What a game, back and forth all night long. The teams had their looks, but of course it's Austin Matthews that needed to get the final laugh in this one. It's a hat trick, it's an overtime winner, and the Toronto Maple Leafs, even though this doesn't count towards anything, they come away with the victory here tonight for their fans and their team. Your final score from Ball Arena tonight, the Toronto Maple Leafs 7, the Colorado Avalanche 6 in overtime. We'll see you tomorrow night for the season opener. It's the Maple Leafs and the Red Wings in Detroit.